Collateral! Yes, 150,000% yes. Guys, welcome back to my channel where I discuss all things movies, all things fun in the entertainment world. And in my journey of looking back at some of the movies that really inspired me, I stumbled upon Collateral here. Not stumbled upon it, I've been familiar with this movie for about a decade or so. But I thought I'd talk about it since this movie turns 20 years old. It's directed by the one and only Mann, who brought you Heat about a decade before this one. And it stars Tom Cruise in what could arguably be his best performance alongside Jamie Foxx. So after a long day's work, we follow an LA taxi driver named Max, played here by Jamie Foxx. He's about to clock out for the night when a sharp-suited Vincent offers him $600 to make 5 more stops. Vincent here is played by Tom Cruise, and this sounds like a pretty good deal. Tom Cruise seems like a pretty charming guy, all things considered. Every other movie Tom Cruise has been in to this point, he's been the charming, cool guy. Wrong! Lies! Vincent's actually a merciless hitman. Each one of these stops that Vincent orders Max to take him on involves a new kill. And as the night goes deeper, Max starts to wonder if he'll live to see the sunrise, as the pair are hunted by the police and the FBI. So it's almost like you kind of have 2 movies wrapped up into one. Yes, you could classify Collateral as a purely straight action movie. Well, with Tom Cruise doing most of his own stunts like we're used to, the hand-to-hand action sequences that you get here are marvelous. There's one in a nightclub that just always blows me away the more I go back and rewatch Collateral. But I think at its core, this is a very deep drama. And it's not just a character study of one guy, but 2. Both of whom kind of share a unlikely brotherly bond with one another. And I love the scenes that these 2 share just in the taxi cab as Max is driving along. The philosophical debates that these 2 get into and the writing that's on tap here. God, it's just such great character work that we don't usually get nowadays. Now, the writing credit to this goes to Stuart Beatty, who ended up writing I, Frankenstein. I think that may have been debunked when I, Frankenstein came out. I actually think Mann and Frank Darabont definitely collaborated to put this one together. I mean, whoever wrote this script, it doesn't matter who it is, they did a really nice job with it. And speaking of Mann, let's talk about this direction. Sleek as sleek can get. If there's one word that I could use to describe Collateral, cool. I've been to Los Angeles and the general SoCal area many times just in these past couple years alone. And downtown LA in the evening does not look nearly as glorious as it does in Collateral. The camera work that's on display here is second to none. And mind you, this is coming from someone who watched Collateral before he ever watched Heat. And in case you're wondering, let's address the question right now. Which movie do I like more? Is it Heat or is it Collateral? As some of you might be aware, I do also own Heat, also directed by Mann, and this is probably his more famous of the 2 movies in question. It's absolutely more iconic and more memorable. But I'll be honest, give me Collateral over Heat any day of the week. I think that's because the character study that goes on in Collateral is so much more fascinating. Plus, this one is a lot more streamlined than Heat is. Because this guy runs darn near 3 hours. You're out of Collateral in just under 2. This movie honestly feels like a ticking time bomb that's about to blow. Because it's so unpredictable, you never know which direction this story is going to turn. And this is going to be a spoiler-free review of Collateral, because I know a lot of you probably haven't seen this movie by this point. It's massively underrated, and I highly recommend that you check it out after you're done with this. But the story is just so fascinating and exciting on every level. It's perfectly paced. The drama between our 2 main characters is absolutely there. Like, you could cut that tension with a chainsaw. It is so strong. Tom Cruise in this movie, now, like I mentioned, he's usually known for playing, like, the charming, cool guy. He's usually playing, like, the smiley hero that everybody knows and loves. He's usually the guy that people put down their money and they pay to see a movie just because Tom Cruise is on it. And just because they see Tom Cruise's face on the poster, they're looking at the poster for Collateral back in 2004, and they're like, oh cool, Tom Cruise is in this. He's probably the good guy. Can't really trust a book by its cover. Tom Cruise gets to play a villain in this, so against his archetype, and he's damn good at it. Like, people are still saying in 2024 that Tom Cruise isn't that great of an actor. You want proof against that argument? Just go watch him as Vincent in this movie. Like, his mannerisms and his swagger is just perfect. And his dialogue fits this character like a T. Hey, homie, you got my briefcase? Every performance is so freaking great in this movie. Tom Cruise might be the show stealer. Jamie Foxx is no slouch either. This is a guy who only drives a taxi cab part-time because he has bigger aspirations in his life. And he's almost embarrassed and ashamed to be a taxi driver right now because he doesn't want his mom to think that he's some sort of slacker. That's a very relatable and deep arc there. And I think Jamie Foxx masters that arc. My birthday twin, he is so freaking good in this. Maybe one of his best performances. Like, I don't know. Like, it's really tough to pick a favorite Jamie Foxx performance out of every single one that he's done. Everybody's really great in this. Jada Pinkett Smith has a smaller role in this as a lawyer that Max meets along the way. She's kind of your damsel in distress, if you will. She's really overlooked and solid in this movie in her own right. And I swear to God, I always forget that Mark Ruffalo is in this movie. Every time I pop this on, I see younger Mark Ruffalo, and he sounds like Mark Ruffalo, and I'm like, oh shit, that's Mark Ruffalo. That's funny, I forgot that. But he's kind of playing the main police officer that is hightailing the situation. And again, even with smaller roles like Mark Ruffalo's here, you can sense the stakes for every single person involved. And this movie honestly makes me wonder, like, if these are their actions within the movie, like, Tom Cruise is a perfect example. If this is what he's like within the confines of the movie, what's he like outside of Collateral? What was he doing before this? Because Vincent is very much a loose cannon. Like, you don't know what could set this guy off next. And it's really fascinating to think about that sort of thing sometimes. Like, I honestly can sit here and tell you that I don't think there's really anything wrong with Collateral. Maybe it could have used maybe 10 more minutes to further develop these characters. But I think with how this movie concludes and the pace that it has as it sits, it's absolutely perfect. I know Heat might be his more famous movie. This is my favorite Michael Mann movie. And if you haven't ever seen Collateral, I recommend you get on that shit right now. I'm going to give Collateral an A+. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to talk about that movie with you guys. I want to go watch it again. What do you say? Do you want to go watch Collateral again? Let's do it. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments section below. Let me know what your preference is between Collateral and Heat as well, because I'm sure this is going to be a huge debate once this video is uploaded. But I love what I do here. I love debating all new things in movies and entertainment with you guys over here and discussing it on the regular. It makes this content creation thing all the more fun. If you guys have stumbled upon this channel for the first time, do consider subscribing and tap on that thumbs up as well. It's a lot of fun over here. Stay tuned for more videos hitting the channel very soon. I'm looking forward to seeing Godzilla x Kong on Thursday once it comes out. There's a lot of big releases coming up in the month of April that I can't wait to dig into with you guys. So stay tuned for all that and much more, guys. Thank you again for your support. Y'all are the best. And with all that being said, Back Talk, commence.